for August.
Hello.
It's been another month of humid weather, plenty of rain.
Absolutely.
Mix of wind in there as well, which has made life on bank challenging at times, I think, for everybody.
We've had a bit of a struggling run, haven't we? It's not been the easiest.
I think looking at catch picks and talking to people across the community as well, fish just can't make their mind up what they want to do. One day you might get a big hit somewhere, and then the next day in the same swim, absolutely nothing. So
timing, isn't it? I think.
It is, yeah, definitely timing. So as always, we encourage you to join our Hinders bait community on Facebook. Growing month on month, Steve.
Yes, over 3,200 members now.
Yeah.
So it's growing nicely.
Yeah, and if you're not already a member, it's completely free to join, answer a couple of simple questions, and you're in.
Fishing related, as we say.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, no sort of real restrictions or anything like that. Just a nice group of anglers,
definitely
like-minded people that don't mind helping each other out.
Yeah.
There's loads of wealth of knowledge in there. You know.
And there's no spamming, no hard sell. It literally is just a group to ask questions that you as anglers have got that you'd like to ask like-minded anglers, really. And we call on your knowledge and experience as much as you're more than welcome to do the same to us.
We've been helped out with different venue choices and anything like that. I mean, I've asked a lot of different members about bits of tackling stuff that is like up and coming or trending, or who gets on with what, etc, etc. It's just one of those things.
I think one of the best parts of the group as well is that you'll get discount codes that you can't get anywhere else.
Loads of offers,
and there's also lots of competitions and chances to win free bait as well, so you get to try some of the products for nothing.
I was going to say, as you find out in this video, we've got at least 4 competitions, so stay tuned for those as winners announced and new competitions to come. So plenty of chances to win, so stay tuned. So Steve, where are we today and where have we been this month? Mark, I don't actually remember where we've been, so I might need out with that one, but we're at Linear Farm on the Tar Farm complex, so Lake 8 at the moment, and 50-50 I would say, because we're fishing with Brad. Brad hasn't managed to catch any, but you had a couple of fish, mate.
I did early yesterday. We got here, saw a couple of fish showing around the swims where we booked. Because Tar Farm, I don't know if you are aware, you have to pre-book on Tar Farm on the linear fisheries, so you kind of know where you're fishing before you get here. We rocked up, saw some shows, saw some bubbling. Thought we don't want to smash it to a foam, fill it in with bait, so solid bags.
The stealthy approach, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Literally all nice and quiet. Guys, we obviously had a quick convo between us, and we're like, a couple of bags out, maybe a zig. Boom, boom, boom. Within half an hour they're all out on the money, and within the hour you had a bite, and then an hour later you had another bite.
So. And then it stopped.
Such as fishing, but there were only I think a few fish within the bay. We haven't seen any massive fish or anything like that. We're definitely not on a massive pod. To be fair, the wind is blowing down the opposite end of the lake, and there has been quite a few shows over towards that way, so hopefully today it spins around, but you're off the mark anyway, mate.
We are.
There will be a video for that as well. It's probably worth mentioning, so if you keep a look out on the Hinders Bait YouTube channel, we will have the full video available soon, so that will be hopefully worth checking out. Like I said, it wasn't a blank, so we have caught some, so there'll be a bit more information about those, and hopefully they'll catch up on the rest of the session.
But it's been a good social anyway, mate, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Just having
nice
a bit of time away on the bank with you and Brad as well. It's been good.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we'll catch a few more later, but we'll see. So other trips we've done this month, we had our first trip of the season to the River Wye.
Oh, we did. I can't forget that one.
So we did battle with some chub and barbel. I'm not quite sure who won, Steve.
Well, the barbel won a couple of times because we lost, unfortunately. We lost a couple of barbel, like one each, but we did manage to bag a couple as well.
We did.
And some nice chub.
Yeah, really nice chub as well. So that was good.
So that's also up on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
So if you do want to see a little bit more about that particular session, then you can check that one out.
And we had a day at Shearwater, Steve, where I think
another patchy 50-50 one, wasn't it?
But I think we entertained the public.
We massively entertained the public. I think we met about 50 new people. To be fair, it was actually quite nice because despite the sort of interruption and the dogs and bikes and stuff everywhere, there was loads of kids, and every time we managed to sort of hook one, they were all really excited, wanting to get involved, coming over, you know, wow, how big is that? And it's like, you know, there's only like low doubles and stuff, but yeah, no, they were made up with that, and they couldn't quite believe that they were fish of that size in the water sort of in front of them. So, you know, hopefully that sort of captivates some of the enthusiasm to start.
As a few of the kids walked away as well, you could hear them saying to their parents as well, I want to go fishing, I want to go fishing. Yeah. So good stuff. Hopefully we've helped the next generation to get out there and
that would be good.
Cast a line or two as well.
Definitely, mate.
So yeah, it was good stuff. So bait talk, Steve. What's been happening in the bait factory?
I say it every month, but it is busy. It's always busy, obviously, this time of the year, and to be fair, it never stops. There's always something going on in behind the scenes. But within the stabilised particle jars, we have just introduced the chili and sea salt with the hemp, I should say. So we've got that one in there. We also have a standard tigers and beetling, mate. So obviously tiger nuts is, apologies for the wind noise if it's kicking up, we're just in a bit of a wind channel here. But yeah, so we've got 2 new jars within the stabilised particles. Obviously those are shelf life for 6 months.
Yes.
So obviously we turn those over very, very quickly, make everything fresh in-house, and obviously batch everything anyway. So I mean, for the convenience angler, you know, chucking it in the back of your van, car, whatever, last minute sessions, you know, particle jars ready to go. They're just very, very convenient, as we said. So well worth a look. And sea salt and chili. Classic, we used to do
definitely
that quite a few years ago, very, very popular. So.
And I think when we talk about the stabilised particles, if you watched last month's From the Bank, we offered a set of 3 of the new stabilised particle range to 2 of our new subscribers.
We did.
So
winners.
The lucky winners picked at random are Dexter Allen,
well done, mate,
and Ian Thompson.
Well done, sir.
So if you'd like to PM either me or Steve, we'll get your prize sent out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations, guys.
Easy peasy, that was an easy comp.
It was. And I think while we're talking about particle, you know, Hinders going back, very, very famous for its particle, and we completely understand that a lot of our customers still like to prepare their own so that they can give them their own little edges.
Yep.
One thing we do get asked for quite a lot is guidance on preparing and the cooking times for these. So they are all available via the website, and we've added the link below, so check those out.
You've basically got on the individual dry product pages anyway, you should have the links in there anyway, so it will give you a bit of obviously you know, brief information and how to cook it, and there also should be videos linked. Failing that, if you go onto the YouTube channel as well, there is a prep guide for all of the particles in video format as well. So, and again, that just, you know, gives you rough ideas and top tips and stuff on preparing. But like Mark said, you know, when you're doing it yourself, you're fully free to customise. I think I would say that one of the thing that keeps popping up is possibly hemp seed. A lot of people add the salt in the soaking process and then obviously try to cook it and say it doesn't split. So one top tip just on hemp, because it is one of the more popular ones, is literally when your hemp is cooked to perfection, and obviously you get loads of white shoots, if you add it afterwards whilst it's cooling, that is the best time. Give it a really good stir around, and that will give you the salted hemp without interfering with the split too much. The salt will encourage the sort of seed to almost suck back in, but it's nowhere near as noticeable as if you put it in with the soaking process. So I mean, that's just a little top tip. But yeah, no, the rest of the guide's up there. So any particle preparation, obviously, you know, you've got to make sure it's 100% prepared. You don't want any of those seeds sort of swelling up in the fish's systems and obviously causing any issues. So very, very simple, very, very easy, and yeah, highly recommended.
But it's a mistake we probably all made, and
it's a learning curve.
It's a very common
absolutely
mistake.
Yeah.
And you know, hemp costs you decent money. You don't want to prepare it wrong and then it not be as effective.
Yeah, 100%. But when prepared correctly, you know, all particles have a place. And on set venues, you will find that different particles or selection of mixtures, you know, will outfish others. And it's just, you know, a trial and error. And obviously, you know, the exciting part of, you know, learning it all and having a play and working out for you what works best, mate. So yeah, no, check those out and get involved, and yeah, hopefully that helps.
Yeah, good stuff. So Steve, we also get frequently asked about carp pellets.
We do, all forms of pellets.
Yes. What are carp pellets? Why do they differ from the rest of the range? Why are they allowed on some fisheries when the more oily pellet range aren't allowed?
Yeah.
So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a quick overview of the world of carp feed pellets?
Well, as the name would suggest, with the carp pellet, it is designed for a carp diet. You know, that is the whole purpose of it, hence, you know, the name. So a carp pellet will have, you know, it has a very low oil percentage. So you're talking, you know, depending on the actual brand, as in there are a couple of different carp pellets, but generally you always find that they're light in colour. So you're looking at around 10 to 12% in oil content. They're always light, as I said. But the protein level is in around sort of 30%. So it's relatively high in protein, but not high in oil, and contains a very nice balanced diet of, you know, vitamins, minerals. As we said, the protein level is very good. Obviously it does contain things like fish meal and soya meal and all the rest of it. But basically a carp pellet will break down, in comparison to the others, it's one of the quickest.
Yes.
So the breakdown rates, obviously it will depend on water temperature, but they will always break down quicker than something, like you said, that's rich in colour or oily looking. So if it's got a shine to the outer coating, you know that the oil content is generally higher, and anything with more oil is obviously the water is going to take longer to break the oil molecules down and to obviously penetrate that pellet, and the pellet isn't going to start breaking down until the water can get into the actual seam itself. With a carp pellet, it's relatively open, and obviously you can customize it, which may slow it down slightly, but as a general rule they will break down within, you know, sort of 4 hours, or at least go to a paste format. So 4 to 6 hours, certainly for 3/4 of the year whilst it's warm. You know, they break down very, very quickly, and obviously, as I said, contain a very nice balanced diet.
They're great as well because they do take on flavour, colour and oil superbly, don't they?
Yes, 100%. So because you're not competing with any sort of strong elements, as in like blood meals and, you know, really dense complex fish meals or anything like that, you know, you've got a low sort of fish meal content to it, and like I said, the rest of the other ingredients are based in around sort of flour meals and stuff like that, and light protein. So I mean it will allow liquids to penetrate them very quickly. As like I said, that's why it's got a quick breakdown rate, because there's not so many outer barriers to stop the water from penetrating. Like you said, you can coat it with oil and flavours. It will affect it slightly on the breakdown, but yeah, sky's the limit, because you're not competing with anything and you've got a nice light base. You know, you can customize it with soluble dyes and obviously, you know, liquid flavours and stuff like that. So very versatile.
Yeah, so like doing your own particle, really, you can customise these pellets ideally. You know, we do some pre-flavoured ranges as well.
Yes, yeah.
So we do have the basic, well, I say basic, you know, the unflavoured as they come out.
So the further enhanced, basically, obviously we're using a combination of, you know, blended oils, flavours and sweeteners and stuff to obviously, you know, so some flavours, depending on what you use, you know, will have a sort of slightly sort of bitter aftertaste. You know, can be acidic or whatever. So we balance the sort of liquid blend with, you know, sweeteners if it needs it, or liquid enhancers, etc. But yeah, no, you can certainly customise it yourself. I mean, every venue's going to have set flavours, and you'll be like, oh, they love a strawberry. It's like, well, you can incorporate that. Things like flavours, I mean, all I would do, whether it's fishy, fruity, really doesn't matter. It's just add a bit of betolin. So if you're using 10 ml of flavour, just use like a ml of betolin, and then that will just make sure it's really balanced, round off the taste, enhance the flavour, and will generally give you a better finish. So
so in our range we have the carp feed pellets. We have them also in seafood, Nut 365 and Tutti Frutti. A lot of the match guys that come into the shop, you know, they love these. They've given them a real edge in some matches. Well, and Steve and I use them on commercials all the time as well, don't we?
Yeah, 100%. With a lot of the sort of, like you said, the match guys, they're using fishery feed pellets. You know, it's, again, same sort of thing, a carp pellet or a variation of a trout pellet. You know, the fish are fed on them, so they get used to it, and they obviously, it's everything they need in their nutritional diet. So they're on them, you know, they're feeding. But because everyone's doing the same thing, and you're fishing at a competition level where, you know, they're getting caught on it quite a lot, when you start to customise, that's when you start to get like better results, because they're not coming across something they've seen yesterday or 4 hours ago, you know, in a different match. You're changing the game. So you're still giving them the nutritional value of the basic feed that they need, as well as you're enhancing it with flavours and stuff to give it your own unique twist. So.
Definitely, yeah.
But that one's been doing very well on the match front.
And as Steve said at the start of this section, they do, the basic pellets do give the carp everything they need to maintain good health and actually repair as well. After spawning.
Exactly. They're manufactured for that reason, to obviously grow fish on, so that they are reaching their sort of growth potential throughout their stages of life, etc., with nutritional balance. And like you said, they've got everything within that pellet themselves for repair, for growth. It's not just you're chucking them a steak every day or whatever. It's got all of the the nutrients that they need to repair themselves and obviously grow and stay healthy, basically. Yeah, it's all good stuff. And there's also a multi-buy offer. Yes,
on the feed pellets on the website at the moment. So 3 800-gram bags.
Yep, three for £10.
Yeah,
bargain.
Yep. So
they're normally £4.25 each, I think. So you're saving yourself just under sort of £3, something like that, £2.75. So that's well worth looking. Obviously we're sort of local as well, so a lot of people do come in and mix and match different flavours and sizes and pellets. I don't think we actually mentioned, but in the carp pellets there are obviously a range of different sizes. So you've got like a 2.3, a 4.5, a 6mm, an 8.5 and an 11mm in the carp pellets themselves, and we offer all of those with the exception of the 11mm at the moment. So we do the pre-flavoured from 2 to an 8. So good selection to pick from.
Yeah, there's 2.3, I love using those soaked, using them in hybrid feeders.
And
very,
very
feeders as well.
Yep.
And then the 8.5s I love for my pellet waggler and everything in between, really. So yeah, good stuff.
Excellent. Did we cover the carp pellets in enough detail?
I think we probably have, hopefully. But sorry Steve,
That's
any questions, drop us a message and we're more than happy to help.
Yes, we will certainly do our best. We are going to look at a few other products and stuff in a bit more detail. We tried to do like separate segments because not everyone in this video will want to know about carp pellets, that's fair enough. But what we'd tried to do is a separate video and upload it, so if you do want to watch it again or watch it for the first time, there will be segments, and we'll put it onto the carp pellet page, and we'll do ones for different products. So for those wanting to know a little bit more information, hopefully that will be available to you. But again, if there's anything you want us to cover sooner rather than later, then please just drop us a message. We'll do our best to help.
Yeah. So staying in the bait factory at the moment, there's another new product available this month, halibut oil.
Yes, proper stinker.
It really does stink. Steve's not lying.
Yes.
You definitely don't want to spill this on yourself, then go home to your partner, because you're not going to get a very nice welcome.
Not welcome at home, I don't think, mate. We're not with that one. But no. So I mean, that is a very unique and distinctive odour. Halibut pellets, without question, have been a massive success. A lot of it, I suppose, for barbel sort of rivers.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying that they don't work for carp, because obviously they very much do. But if I was to hear one pellet in one range, you're talking, on the barbel river, it's like ellipse or halibut. That's like the two that always get mentioned, like side by side. But the halibut, very, very popular, very, very distinctive. But with the halibut oil, it isn't just the oil that's found within the pellet, it is actually further enhanced. So we've obviously gone to our flavour house and had a bespoke halibut flavour enhanced and incorporated that into the oil as well as. That's why it's elevated, a lot more potent, and obviously releases all of those flavours and the nutritional value scents, etc. A lot quicker.
Yeah, and if you are already a member of the community, you will have seen a post mid-month from Steve.
Yes.
Competition.
Competition
to win yourself some.
Absolutely, and there'll be a lot more competitions. But like I said, we did do one that was very well received.
Yep.
Probably should have picked a couple of winners, but I think we've done one winner for this one, haven't we?
We've done one winner. Yeah. So all you had to do was like and comment on the post for your chance to win. So we'll announce the winner at some point during this update.
Not going to give it away.
No.
Not going to say skip to the end in your fight.
No. So you'll have to stay tuned to find out the winner of that one.
Yeah, but like I said, there will be more competitions, and we will do multiple winners and stuff like that. But we're trying to, obviously, month by month there'll be a couple of changes throughout the videos, because obviously we're trying to find what works, what's easier, and obviously not to sort of overload it with stuff that people don't want to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully they want to see us, Mark.
Of course.
If they
hopefully.
don't, then yeah, they probably already switched off.
So I think one other thing that we were going to say whilst we're in the bait factory as well is that let you all know that as well as buying Hinders bait products from various angling outlets across the UK,
Yes, yeah.
such as Angling Direct and many independent stores as well,
Yep.
you can purchase directly from the website.
Of course.
But something that some people may not know is that you can call into the bait factory at
Yes.
Headlands Grove in Swindon as well and purchase products direct from the trade counter.
Yeah, a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, what happened to the shop? Because obviously it's a bit of a change from what it was, like 5 years ago. But because we're manufacturing everything now, we need all of the space for machinery. So we literally do have a trade counter. There is a bit of a sort of shop sideshow, if you like.
Yeah.
But by all means, you can come in and browse. I can show you any of the product that you may, be interested in, or you can order online and click collect. There is always offers in store.
Yeah.
That might not be online or might not have circulated across media.
Yeah.
Because we're all forever changing and trying.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
There's off-cut pellets or ground weights and stuff that might make the shop and might not be enough to go online, etc. So yeah, there's always bits and bobs, and it's a lot easier to customise, in over the trade counter than it would be on the website.
Definitely.
Because obviously on the website, when you're talking about mix and matching 100 different items and flavour combinations and stuff,
Yeah.
It's not always as easy to do that on the tech front, but I can mix and match in-house,
You
Mark.
can. And also, you can come in and say where you're fishing, what you're hoping to catch.
Definitely.
And absolutely can help you out with some advice on maybe some products that you might be interested in as well. So yeah,
Always.
so please, it's always great to see you guys in person. So, well, yeah.
If you're local, pop by. I know a lot of people do when they're passing, like linear, or if they've got work in the area. We still get guys travel down from like an hour plus away to come in and pick up bulk bait and stuff like that. So, like I said, more than welcome to come and install, mate.
Yeah, good stuff. So I think before we move on from the bait factory, another competition.
Loves the comp. Is that number 3?
It is. So last month we offered you the chance to win a massive 10k of pellet combo and 250 mils of the ellipse oil.
On the back of Liam's video,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
just
St.
by
John's?
commenting and liking on Liam's video where he had his red letter session at St.
Mega
John's.
trip. If you haven't already checked that out, please do. Even
is
if the
really
competition's
worth a
finished, it
watch.
doesn't matter. The session that he had was incredible. It's truly one of the best sessions that I've had the privilege of witnessing, mate. And obviously, being there firsthand, it sort of, I think it's very hard to, even whilst we filmed it, hard to show everything. But it really was incredible to watch. So,
And you get an insight into how Liam fishes as well, which is pretty special.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very talented angler and very determined, and he's got twice as much energy as I've got, mate.
Yeah.
Which is why he catches probably a lot more fish. But yeah.
So
Check that out anyway.
yeah, so there's 2 winners to announce.
Yes.
So the winners are David Sheringham
Well done, sir.
and Richard Minty.
Well done to you, sir.
So again, please PM us so that we can get your prize sent out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations.
Well done, guys.
So, thank you for sending all your catch reports over to Steve. Me and Steve will both enjoy reading all of them and seeing your own adventures, seeing your catch picks.
Yeah.
So let's move on to give some a shout out of what they've caught this month.
As we always say, it's impossible to showcase all of them, but we do try and cherry pick a few within each month just to highlight a couple.
And we'll do a bit of a show reel at the end of this as well to show a few more from the promo team and our customers as well of what you've caught over the past month. So I think Simon Anderton has been using
Hinders bait
seafood.
regular. He's been doing very well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He always pops up, I think, most weeks or every other when he manages to sort of get out. Mr. Consistent, I think.
Yeah, so using products from the seafood range, and he had a stunning £30 mirror, didn't he?
Another incredible carp.
Yeah.
Beautiful to see.
Yeah, so we talked earlier about the changing weather and everything this month. So Andrew Carson had a very wet session at West Sooty.
Yeah.
But still managed to bag 9 carp.
To over £20?
Yeah, to £20.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice. But it shows that no matter what the weather's like, it is still worth getting out there and casting a line.
I don't know if it's just me, but when it's hot and humid, I'd rather just not be fishing. I mean, the surface fishing and stuff can be really good if you time it right, but I much prefer the overcast conditions. Almost stormy if you like.
Yes.
I don't bode well in the heat anyway. Go pretty lobster, but yeah, like I said, very much up and down conditions, very, very patchy on and off, but yeah, the overcast conditions.
Yeah. Just shows the rewards are still there, mate, isn't it?
Definitely, mate. Yeah.
Nigel Hammond, another regular took his kids out fishing for the day, and from the pictures they had a fantastic trip as well.
Really nice to see. It's great to see the kids out on the bank and enjoying the fishing, mate. As we said about, you know, being on Shearwater, seeing all the kids down there was, you know, really good. Much better than being in-house on the consoles.
Yeah.
I still try to get out, obviously my daughter's like every weekend, but it's a fight. It is a fight, but you know, we're trying, and yeah, the more kids we can get out on the banks, I think the better, mate.
Definitely.
Hopefully, like I said, Bella will come round eventually. We might be able to drag her out on one of our trips.
Yeah, you never know. So John Bailey's back from his travels.
Yes.
Has been back on the bank with his wide awake club fishing adventures.
Back to Flax.
Yep, and he's been getting among the carp on bomb, waggler, pole.
Yeah.
Mixes it up, good all-round angler.
He tries quite a few different sort of tactics as well, doesn't he?
Yep, and takes some of, you know, other members of his wide awake club fishing. He gets them out on the bank, gets some catching. So yeah, good to see. Fair play, John.
Top angler, mate.
Nick Cook has got off to a great start on his new syndicate.
He has.
He's been having some very pretty carp as well.
I think it's one for the future. I can't remember the name, and even if I could, I'm not sure I'm allowed to share it. So I think it's a little bit under wraps and sort of bit of a waiting list on there. But yeah, I think it's like one for the future. A lot of them are, like I said, really stunning fish, growing quite quickly as well. And I think there's going to be a lot of sort of furry bounders in there based on the sort of growth rates. But yeah, no, he's had some incredible fish already. So I'm sure there'll be more to come.
Yeah, fair play, Nick. And
top angling.
Gary Williams, who's one of our newest vloggers.
Yes.
He's been out on the river with Danny Belfield, and
but it's a new dynamic duo, mate, isn't it?
Well,
I think
isn't it? It's three, because don't forget Misty as well. Misty the dog.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So another dynamic to the dynamic.
Yes. So they've been getting amongst the barbel and a ridiculous haul of bream. So yeah, you really need to check that out, because that is something else.
That is a mega bag. I mean, you say bream and it's almost like a hate word to some people, isn't it? I know it's not for everyone, but yeah, no, me and Mark mix it up a bit, and sort of, you know, when you target them, I get it when you sort of carp fishing, but you know, when you go and target them for the day and get covered in snot and all the rest of it, you know, it can be great fun. But yeah, no, I mean, the bag of bream that they had is incredible, really did.
So, so check it out.
I wanted to go down there.
I know.
I'd have a good session like that.
Did. Simon Perry.
Mr. Perry.
He's been getting some great results on short day sessions.
Yep. Effort equals reward. I think he's consistently working it, isn't he, and trying to figure it out. Yeah. It didn't look like the easiest wall driver. I think he's had a few sort of blanks, learning it, the learning curve, and getting to grips. So
yeah, but he's been getting some good hits, like we say again, just day sessions, and he's had carp to over £28.
Yeah.
So fair play, Simon. Good to see you on the bank.
Top angling again, mate.
Every month we announce a community fish of the month.
We do.
Chosen from your catch reports.
I don't even know who's won this one, Mark.
Well, so the winner,
Mark has chosen. Who is it?
So the winner this month is Peter Ralphs.
Oh, is that the barbel?
A lips caught barbel.
Yeah.
So well done, Peter.
Top angling young sir, because it was a young sir.
It was. So you win yourself a £40 bait bundle. So again, drop us a message, and we'll get your prize out to you, buddy.
Great to see again, and for the youngsters to be out on the rivers, I think it's even more challenging. So that is really good to see.
Definitely.
Might be able to give us a couple of tips in a few years, mate.
That would be nice. So, you know, don't forget to keep posting your catch reports on the community pages, and you'll be in with a chance of winning £40 bait voucher yourself as well.
It is literally every report we receive, doesn't matter if it's big, small, roach, carp, bream, whatever, kids, you know, there's no age limits, restriction. As long as at least one of the Hinders bait products have been used, then obviously you qualify for the ongoing competitions.
Yeah.
So send it over with a few words, and we will enter you into our ongoing comps.
Yeah, I'm talking about the younger anglers as well. Steve, you had a trip to Flax with your nephew.
Yes, he
and
managed
Hinders
to catch
Bait's newest employee.
Indeed, he's doing a bit of part-time work at the moment, so we've been putting him through the paces, mate, giving him lots of abuse and making sure he does all the stinkiest, dirtiest work imaginable, because I've done it for 20 years, mate, so he can certainly get involved with that. But no, he did. We went out and we literally covered everything, so he not fished at all. So first, you know, newbie to everything. So
great place to start, mate, as well.
Flax is my favourite place. Not just for the food, Mark, even though it is lovely, but yeah, no, literally to go there and you can, like I said, if you can fish the pole, you can fish the whip, you can target roach, you can go for a carp. You know, they've got like a mixture of other fish.
It's a relaxed place to be, buddy, as well, isn't it?
Definitely, really nice, well kept venue, and it doesn't matter, you know, especially for kids. You know, just go there, fish a foot deep, fish some maggots, fish some ground bait, and you're going to catch all day. Probably hook into a carp or two that you may or may not land, but you know, it's a starting point, and like I said, great place. We started on the method feeder, so we did half a day on the feeder, so show them obviously, you know, casting and loading and the simple presentation. You know, we had 30 plus fish, something like that, you know, all carp, so you know, catching. To be fair, it's a little bit slow to start with. I was thinking, oh dear. But yeah, as soon as it warmed up a little bit and kept the feed going in, they were soon on it and competing. I probably got some clips I might be able to chuck up so you can sort of see. You might have already seen some of the sort of carp feeding. There was literally 15-20 carp with the tails up in the air and the heads down, where they're just absolutely destroying it. Yeah, we caught loads. By the afternoon we changed to the pellet waggler, and yeah, again 20 minutes, half an hour to get them going. And yeah, just kicked in, so I think we had like 60-70 carp, something ridiculous like that. So yeah, he was mega happy and made up, mate.
Nice.
Can you remember your first carp?
I can remember my first carp.
Stays with you, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So yeah, no, fantastic to see, and he's planning and buying bits in the background already, so yeah, he's starting to you know, get some gear and stuff together, which again is great to see.
Yeah.
Top angling, Josh.
So our vloggers, so they've been out filming, so make sure you grab a coffee and a biscuit of your choice.
Chocolate hobnob,
definitely for
chocolate
us.
hobnob, that's the best one.
And you can watch Martin's angling adventures as he fished Manor Farm lakes.
Yes.
Mark McCrone has been back on the canals.
He has been catching a few.
He also caught 263 pound of carp in France.
Yes, I have to be honest and say I haven't actually watched that one yet. I was meant to last.
It's definitely worth a watch. The both of them, I have to say, are worth. You know, carp on the canal, few and far between these days, and
you see less and less reports. So I mean that's very positive to see, mate. And like I said, I think we got canal on carping in a draft that we'd like to go and do again, but it's just finding the places. I mean, I did say about Devises Canal. I don't know if anyone's fished that. But it used to be ram full of it's just like a day. I know they weren't very big, but upper singles and doubles and stuff like that. Just do something different, you know, break it up a bit. But no, canal carping, something on the hit list.
Yeah, definitely. As we alluded to earlier, Danny Belfield has been out. He's been out barbel fishing. He hooked a monster carp. I don't want to say too much. And had an incredible hauler bream as well. And it's all captured on camera, so check those pages out as well.
New video every Friday, as I've said. Don't know how he manages to phase all the content together, but me and Mark are trying to work on it. But he's obviously mastered the art and has probably an archive of hundreds of videos in the backlog. But yeah, no, fantastic viewing as always, and check those out.
And the Carp King, he's been on the banks at Aspen.
He's had a little break, hasn't he? He hasn't done too much, and he's back on it.
Back at Aspen, had a couple of nights on there and caught a cracking 20 pound mirror.
We were just saying earlier that Aspen's doing a few fish again, isn't it?
It seems to. The last couple of days it seems to have done a few.
330s or something?
Yeah, 330s in the last couple of days. It's been pretty hard, even for Aspen, it's been pretty hard on there.
Yeah. Well, you've said before that it's not the easiest venue, but you know, the rewards are there to be had, mate. So.
But they seem to have recovered from their spawning now and getting back on the munch, so I might have to get back down there as soon as possible as well. And we wanted to say a massive welcome to our latest vlogger, Steve, as well. So Gary Williams.
Mr. Williams, yes.
Yeah. welcome to the team.
He does a little bit of everything, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, so...
Doesn't take it seriously.
No.
Really nice guy, down to earth, just, yeah, raw.
He's always out with Misty, his dog, as well, for company.
Yeah. Raw, awesome material.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Yeah, check that out. Promo team.
Yes. Mr. Brown.
Yep.
He has been back out on the banks.
And we've always, since we've been here, we've seen a couple of posts as well where he's had a couple more.
A couple of 28s. So
yeah.
Something to report next month.
Yeah, so, but he had an absolutely stunning, scaly 36-pound mirror, didn't he? He did. It wasn't a planned trip. He was asked by his wife if he fancied a fishing trip instead of family commitments. So he took the opportunity and resulted in a stunning fish. And yeah, he's been back out this weekend and caught a couple more as well.
Top angler, mate.
Our young members of the team, racking up more and more time, rain or shine.
Absolutely, very keen.
Yeah,
very keen, mate.
Taylor Shannon's out there. He just loves catching anything that swims. But this month, I think he's caught some stunning rudd for a start.
Yes,
really pretty fish.
Yeah.
And I believe he's had 2 PBs as well. PB chub and a PB carp.
And the carp's over 22.
Yeah, so well done, buddy. Keep it going.
Absolutely.
Finley,
he's also been out.
So he entered his first evening match at the South Cerney Angling Club.
Yes, yeah.
And he won it.
Why not?
With an awesome, with an awesome 89-pounder fish as well.
Yeah,
that is a great weight. Especially from there, if you know the water as well.
Like you said, the afternoon, sort of few hours match anyway, and it wasn't a junior match, it was adults or an open match, a club match. First one and won it.
Yeah.
Not a bad start for a young
Very
Finley.
good.
Well done, sir.
He's got to keep it up now.
Yeah, I think he won some pennies as well.
Yeah, good stuff.
He hasn't brought in us biscuits or anything though.
No, not yet.
Chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah.
We do like the chocolate.
Finley.
Yes.
So
he won't watch it.
No.
He would like come in for his bait. He won't bring no hobnobs.
So Ralph Apper.
Yes.
Back at Flax as well.
Yeah, another up and coming. It's very good.
Feeder and pellet waggler there. And he also, we didn't realise, but he loves his fly fishing as well.
Yeah.
And he's been out fly fishing, catching a few as well. So
I have
multi-talented lad.
I haven't done the fly fishing. I can see myself being quite useless. So when we do, if we manage to get out, Mark can film that, and we can all have a laugh together, because I think it is another art within itself.
Yeah, I used to do a bit of fly fishing.
You can teach me, Mark.
A guy that worked for me used to do fly tying and all sorts, and I used to take him carp fishing, and he used to take me fly fishing.
So you can train me now if you're fully qualified.
Well, I wouldn't say I was qualified. I can cast sometimes.
Yeah, we'll hopefully give that a go at some point, and get that filmed as well, mate. That'd be good.
Yeah,
that'd be good to get out.
So Charlie and Billy Newton and their dad.
Yep.
They've just returned from a trip to France, where last year on the venue they struggled because of the weather and one thing and another.
Conditions.
This year, they didn't. They did really well.
Had a massive hit, didn't they? Like 40 odd carp to just under 50 pounds, I think, something like that. And did you say it was a record number of carp caught in a week?
Yeah, apparently. So for the duration that they were there, they set a new lake record for the amount of carp caught in a week on that venue. So they went from struggling to absolutely smashing it. So
timing.
Nice. I bet they just didn't want to come home.
No,
trips like that.
Sessions like that, it's like when you're blanking and stuff and everything goes against you, like, I'll go home. But when it's all going in your favour and you're absolutely caning it, you just, you want to stay there.
Especially when your dad's caught the biggest fish, you want to stay and at least catch one a little bit bigger than him.
Win, can you?
But no, fair play to you all. Great trip.
No, great.
Fantastic trip. Billy and Charlie also, back in the UK, they've had some success on their new syndicate as well.
Yes, they've started to catch and figure it out, haven't they?
Yeah. So they've been doing really well. And also check out Charlie's review of the Nut 365 glug and how Charlie incorporates it into his
that's something he's been using, like I said, across France and his sort of UK thing.
Yeah.
And been doing very, very well on it. Like I said, you sort of almost need sort of smell-o-vision to sort of really get across, the sort of smells, obviously, and the taste sort of factors to it. But it is if I can say so. But no, an incredible blend. I think that is, in all honesty, the best nut blend that we've done in the sort of last
it's really gooey and
20
sticky
plus
as well, isn't it?
Sort of years.
For the glug, it is really...
The flavour combination isn't any, one product, and everything is made bespoke in the flavour house, and it really does combine like 4 or 5 different flavours, as well as extracts and sweeteners and all the rest of the other bits that go in there. So I think it's definitely the best one we've done today, and it's proven so.
Yeah. John McGough's been out.
He has.
Barbel have been elusive, I think, on the river.
He's struggling to sort of locate them, isn't he? He hasn't really seen them.
But
to be fair,
he still had 5 huge chub to over £6.
Yeah, monster chub.
All taken on a new barbel test bait that we're doing.
Yep.
And again, don't forget, if you want to get an insight into John's fishing philosophy, his quickfire Q&As on the YouTube channel. Check that out.
Gives you a little bit more information into his mindset. So it's not a grilling, but it is definitely it's interesting.
He's a top barbel angler, isn't he?
Yeah, no,
and
he's done it for
just to
many
get
years.
a bit of an idea of what makes him tick, how he thinks is good, and this gives you it in just a few minutes, really.
Yeah, definitely. Well worth a watch.
So Craig hasn't had much time on the bank due to family and work commitments, but he started fishing a new syndicate. He has got off the mark.
He has.
But I think, like a lot of us this month, the fish have just been elusive. They just can't make their minds up, and it really is hit and miss whether you're on the bank at the right time.
Yeah. It's very up and down, and to be fair, Craig struggling doesn't really upset me because he normally catches too many and makes everyone else look bad. So to hear Craig's actually struggled whilst he's been out a couple of times, it makes him a bit more human, I think.
It does,
so.
Yeah.
Enjoy the struggles, Craig.
Yeah, because we know it won't last long.
No, it'd be straight back to catching loads. But like I said, limited time is, I think, the main reason. Not being able to get out there. But he'll be catching them.
Yeah.
Setting records and stuff, I'm sure, in no time, mate.
Yeah, and Fishing Family UK have been out on the bank, and Cosmo's been smashing it up with a cracking mirror as well.
Yes, he's been doing very well. So well done, guys. Good to see.
Thomas Pemberton has been using Nut 365 snowman rigs.
Yes.
Which you don't hear a lot about these days as much, do you? Snowman rigs?
No, most of it's sort of small, singular type hook baits or trimmed down sort of selections. So.
But he's been catching some cracking fish, big catfish, huge tench, and a number of big carp as well, including the new PB.
He's definitely sort of figured out his new water now, and obviously there's been, another couple of catch reports come through recently as well as the previous ones throughout the sort of month as well. So he's definitely well into the new water and doing extremely well on it. And
I think the Nut 365 does have a habit of picking out the bigger fish.
Yeah, no, it certainly can do, and we've certainly heard that sort of feedback to sort of correspond with that from different anglers saying the same thing. So it's just been doing very well.
And I think we can't finish promo team update without giving Daniel Smith a bit of a shout out.
Indeed.
Huge congratulations.
He has done very well, hasn't he?
Yeah, his first English 40 pounder.
Absolutely incredible. I imagine that was a shock when it went over the net cord. As soon as you see a big fish out in the water, I mean, you had it earlier, we didn't quite know how big it was, but it's a bigger fish from when you hooked it, and then you sort of see it roll, and it sort of comes out the water, and you think, oh, don't come off, please don't come off, please.
Especially not when you've got Steve next to you with a camera.
I was just like, with a net. But nothing makes it worse when you're actually on the screen with the the cameras and stuff. It does add that additional pressure. But like I said, 40 pounder, incredible fish. So
well done to all of the promo team, all of our customers this month. There's a lot of fish. We'll show some more at the end of this clip.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things I wanted to bring up before we end this one as well is that people who saw our recent trip to the River Wye, we've received a few comments from some of the community that they wish they could still fish rivers, but due to their mobility, it's just not possible. It's similar to me with my daughter Shannon in a wheelchair. There's no way me and Steve could take her down the River Wye. Me and Steve struggle.
We'd need a quad type bike, wouldn't we? And even then, I don't think it would be successful because you've still got all of the fields to go through, the gates and the hurdles and the fences, and it's just
a lot of the community do miss their river fishing. So if there's anyone out there who knows of accessible rivers across the country, if you could let us know, just so that we can pass that information on to some of the community, because there must be some stretches out there that you can.
There really should be, and if there isn't, there should be. You know, some sort of club should make it more accessible. I mean, I get it. You are talking about the great outdoors, and there's a lot of places.
Fishing.
Exactly. There are a lot, but I mean, it would be nice if we could at least highlight some fisheries that are accessible, or if not, potentially, get something in play. Whereas, clubs can sort of support that, because to miss out on it is a real shame, isn't it? So it would be great to get that going.
So we're nearly at the end. I hope you enjoyed the content again this month, and if there's anything you'd like us to feature, any bait you'd like us to particularly focus on, whether it's in any
products I'd like to win, Mark,
or if you want us, we can do it either from the bank, or we could do a separate one that we can post as well. So just let us know. We're always happy to hear from you.
I think also we should probably say, if you don't want to publicly post a comment, then you can always send it in a direct message.
Yes, definitely.
From my point of view, there isn't stupid questions. You can literally ask anything bait related, and if you don't know, just ask. I didn't know a lot of this stuff when I first started out, and a lot of people, you will always have some that know everything, of course, but if you're sort of a bit dubious about asking, just send it in a message. You don't have to publicly post it. You just send it in a message, and we'll do our best to help. There aren't any silly questions. If you don't know the answer, just ask. Yes, you can Google it, of course, but you will get 50 million different answers, and not everything will relate. But we've been doing it a long time, and we hope to have some knowledge that we can certainly pass on. So if we can help, then fire it across, and if we can't help, if it's not a bait related thing, then we normally know people that can help in some shape, way or form. So
So good luck for the coming month, and if you're not already a member, don't forget to join.
Absolutely.
Join the group on Facebook. Keep those updates coming in. Plenty of chances to win your free gifts, free tackle, discount codes.
More competitions coming all throughout the month.
Yeah,
we are going to try a couple of different ways of doing things as well, so there'll be possibly some single posts posted up and that, so keep an eye peeled for
and
the
as
group.
you say, competition, Steve, we still have to announce the winner.
Have we not done it yet?
Of the halibut oil. So
okay.
I think rather than me or you select it, we're gonna spin that wheel.
We need a name for the spin the wheel.
We do. So any polite suggestions?
Anyone that comes up with a good name for our spin the wheel competitions can win another prize.
Yeah.
Chuck in another random prize, Mark.
So we'll
depending on how good the name is,
yes,
could be depending on how good the prize is. But no, if you've got any ideas for the spin the wheel name competition, then drop them over in a comment or a message, and hopefully we'll come up with a better name.
So we will now spin that wheel.
Spin it, Mark. Push the button.
So congratulations, Stuart Brooks.
Well done, mate.
So you are the
there
winner.
Was quite a few. Is it 100?
Just under 150.
150 people that entered the halibut oil competition.
Yeah.
So like I said, that proved to be very successful, so we will look to do more of this sort of competition, because if it's the easier way of doing it, then obviously we want to get as many prizes and stuff out as possible. Obviously get you guys trying some of the new products and stuff like that, and to hear your feedback and see the reports and stuff. It's great. So it works both ways.
Definitely.
And, we're more than happy to run as many comps as we can.
Yeah, so Stuart, PM us and we'll get your prize out to you as soon as possible.
Well done, mate.
And with that, we will leave you with some more catch picks, and we will see you in September.
Massive thank you again, and we shall see you soon.
See you soon.